All right, folks, let's talk about the outline. The outline should only be completed after you have organized your research. If you still need to do that, go visit the other video and it will walk you through how to organize your research by section of your paper. This simply involves moving around your note cards so everything is where it is going to be in your paper. All right, the outline is going to take this a step further and essentially set up your paper so that it is ready to write. Organize your digital note cards, you are ready to create your outline on a Google Doc. An outline is going to make for a very easy transition to an organized essay. This is the elements of your outline. Do not get overwhelmed. I know this is a lot of text. I'm going to walk you through setting this up in a document, okay? There are a few different components of an MLA outline. The first is Roman numerals. Roman numerals are these sorts of numbers. It's like what the Super Bowl is, right? Like Super Bowl 50 whatever is like V, L, blah, 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 okay? Those are actually just numbers. So you're going to use Roman numerals to differentiate between the introduction, body, conclusion, and works cited page of your paper. These are the sections of your paper, the big main sections. After you have your Roman numerals, you then go into capital letters. So the capital letters represent the section headings. These will be in the body of your paper. So the body of your paper is going to be Roman numeral 2. The capital letters will all represent the big sections of your paper, and those will all be under Roman numeral 2. The section headings should be the research tasks stated in the prompt. So you will have capital letter A, capital letter B, capital letter C. It is your prerogative if you want to break these down even further. If you want to do just history, or if you have a lot of information about the founder of the religion, if that is a big part of the origin story of your religion, that could be A, B, and C. In common practices is D and E. And then you have F is one example and G is another example. You see what I'm going? You at least, though, need an A, B to represent these bullet points. Numbers, regular old numbers, 1, 2, 3, etc. These will be the paragraphs under each section, under each capital letter, okay? Lowercase letters will represent where you will copy your evidence from your note cards. So this is why you're going to thank yourself for working your booty off on the note cards, because now you're just going to be able to copy and paste your direct quotes, paraphrases, and summaries from your note cards. If you really want to throw it all at your outline and really set yourself up, you may use numbers in parentheses to include explanations and commentary about your evidence. These are optional for your outline, but if you are really wanting to get everything explicitly organized, feel free to go ahead and take that extra step, right? At this point, I want you to go ahead and open up a Google Doc and follow along with me, and I will help you set up the format for your outline. So I have a blank Google Doc here. Make sure that you have 1-inch margins and go ahead and change this to Times New Roman. Oh, well, why isn't it happening? I'm just going to go down here and find it. Times New Roman, size 12. Okay? Okay, once you have your title and you have your document titled, we are ready to go. Okay, so we are going to start with, hold on, I'm obviously doing some editing here. We're gonna start with finding our first Roman numeral. So you're gonna track over here, select this numbered list menu, select the drop down, the bottom center option of Roman numerals and capital letters. Click that. It's gonna give you Roman numeral number 1. All right, this is where you will write the word introduction. The introduction is optional for your outline, obviously needs to be completed for your final draft. However, what is not optional is that I want you to include your thesis statement. So next to your introduction, go ahead and write thesis statement. And I want you to include your draft of your thesis statement, okay? The thesis statement should be a 1 to 2 sentence kind of guideline for the rest of your paper. We've talked about thesis statements in our first 2 papers that we wrote this year. It's the answer to the prompt, it is the roadmap for your paper, and it should ground the direction of the whole rest of your paper. We'll talk about thesis statements a little bit in class, so you can review that or shoot me an email. Okay, here we go. Press enter. Roman numeral 2 is going to be the body of your paper. The body of your paper is your whole paper outside of your introduction and your conclusion, okay? So the body is where most of the outline is going to be. After you write body, press enter 1 time. Press tab 1 time, and this is going to give you the capital letter A. As I mentioned back in this slide, Roman numeral A should align with, should align with these sections of the research task, sorry. Okay, so the section headings should be the research tasks stated in the prompt. So you can literally just copy and paste this over. History and details about the origins of the religion. All right, if you want to make this A and B, go for it, but it can just be 1 section, okay? So this is your first section. Get back up here, press enter 1 time and tab 1 time, and it will give you the number 1. If you remember, the numbers stand for the paragraphs under each section. This is where you're going to have to actually start thinking about how you are going to organize your paper. What is each paragraph going to be about? Okay, so over here, let's say this first paragraph is going to be about the founder of the religion. Your religion is one that has a very obvious founder, and you found a lot of research about that founder. So put the topic of that first paragraph, press enter 1 time and tab 1 time, and it will take you to the lowercase letters. This is where you will copy your evidence from your note cards, okay? So you hopefully have your note cards opened up. I don't, so let me find some sample ones really quick. Give me a second. Here we go. So bear with me while this opens up. And now remember, you already organized all your note cards, right? They're all organized under each section, so they're ready to go, okay? So let's pretend that this is going to be your first piece of evidence in your paper. I'm gonna add example paraphrase. All right, we're gonna pretend this is a paraphrase. All I need to do now is come over here, copy this, and put it here in my outline. All right, I do that for as many pieces of evidence are going to be in that paragraph. Change all of this to size 12 and to Times New Roman to make me happy. And that's it. That's my first paragraph. When I'm ready for a second paragraph, press enter, enter, and it's going to give me my second paragraph. It's going to be more about the origins of the religion, maybe some important history. I go through that same process again. Enter, tab is going to be copied and pasted over from another note card. Let's pretend this is an example direct quote. I copy this over. Oops. Did you know if you do Control-Shift-V, it copies it in the format that that document is in? Pro tip. Okay, so I do that again for as many as many pieces of evidence as I have for that paragraph. More evidence, more evidence. Okay, that section is done. I'm ready for section B. I press enter, enter, enter. Each time you press enter, it's going to walk you back a step in the outline. Okay, so now I have my second section. This one is beliefs. Whoopsies, my bad. Beliefs. This is. I press enter and I press tab. So enter takes me left, tab takes me right. This is going to be the first paragraph of section B. This is going to be about some beliefs. I go through the exact same process again. Press enter, press tab. I copy over evidence from my note cards. Example, evidence copied from note cards. I keep doing that all the way through all the sections of my paper, okay? I'm gonna do some movie magic here and it's going to be completely done. Okay, so I have everything sectioned out. All of my evidence is over here. You will have way more evidence here, right? Because likely you'll use all 25 of your note cards, which should be a mix of direct quotes, paraphrases, and summaries, right? So you have all your evidence where it is going to be. You literally have your evidence. You have your quotes, you have your paraphrases. All of those should include your in-text citations, which should already be on your note cards. See, there's a method to the madness. You are so prepared to make this outline. Okay, so you're done with the body of your paper. Press enter, 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 enter. Enter, 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 enter. That's 4 enters. It's going to take you to Roman numeral number 3. Roman numeral number 3 is the placeholder for your conclusion. You do not need a draft of your conclusion. Not necessary for outline. You obviously will need a conclusion on your final draft. Press enter one more time, and this is your works cited. Okay. I do want you to go ahead and include all of your sources, all of your works cited entries on your outline. That way it can just transition right into your rough draft, okay? So source 1, etc. And you put these in alphabetical order. Put these in alphabetical order. Actually, I'm going to change this language. I'm going to say, I'm just going to say works cited, or source 1, works cited, entry, source, source 2, works cited, entry. You guys are getting to see my awesome typing skills. I need to do typing club, don't I? Okay, and you go all the way through all 5+ of your sources, okay? That is it. That is the outline. So you can see that from here, you just kind of write. You write your paragraphs, you write your intro, etc., and your paper is basically done, okay? If you have any questions about the outline or the outline process, please reach out to me. Otherwise, good luck.